Welcome, everyone. Oh my gosh, priestesses, step into this beautiful sacred container today on the solstice. Oh, I've been so teary eyed all morning and just not sadness. It's like this remembering of, like, oh, yeah, this is what we've done, right? This is what the priestesses have done for thousands and thousands of years, is gathered on these holy days like the solstice. So it feels like a reunion, right? It feels like a reclamation, like a communion. And so I'm just delighted that it happened to be, I have these priestess transmissions every Wednesday, and today is the solstice, and it was like so perfect and aligned. So whether you're here live or you're catching the replay, it is my great honor to co-create this space with you, to step into the magic, the healing, the nurturing of this very special solstice portal. So, if you are new to my work, my name is Lisa Espinosa. Hello, Destiny. And I am a spiritual coach, and the focus of my work is really helping women to share their unique medicine with the world, right? Not, to create the legacy of love that they're here to create, right? I am here to lead all of you who are here as the midwives of this new earth. And of course, we're co-leading, right? It's not like I'm the leader and everybody's following. Like, we're all, I actually feel very much in my heart that I'm here to support the leaders, right? Like, that's what I do. And so my first book, Answering Your Inner Calling, is focused on that, like answering that inner calling. And I've been birthing my second book, Priestess Rise Up, for some time now. And so these transmissions are all about that, right? The priestess movement, the priestess medicine, reclaiming what maybe we thought was lost, but it really wasn't. And so today, you might be feeling, as I am, like how much I've been preparing for today. And I don't mean like I consciously was like, okay, the solstice is on the 21st, let me prepare. It was more like my own higher self, my soul, has been preparing me, even when I didn't realize that that was what was happening. And so I invite you to think about all the things that have been unfolding for you this year, but definitely, the last few weeks, maybe the last 2 or 3 months, right? All the ways that there's been this preparation as we come to the end of the year, as we come to cross this portal of the solstice, to purge and release. And so I'm reading Destiny. She's saying, Mother Mary has been with me big time lately. Yes, I am so, and you said Mother Mary, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene. Thank you for sharing that, Destiny. Yes. I mean, you all know, if you've been following me for any amount of time, that Mother Mary is definitely one of my mentors. And I was in conversation with her, like, I think of Mother Mary. I mean, there's so many ways to connect with her. And certainly, as I've been birthing my book, Priestess Rise Up, she's really shown up as this priestess mentor, right? She's really showing me that aspect of her medicine. So just like we would do in the priestess temples, and we would have mentors, right, that we looked up to, that we turned to for guidance, that were mirrors of our own divinity. That's what Mother Mary is for me, for all of us. So I was having this conversation with Mother Mary this morning, and she was pointing out all the healing, right? All of the initiations, all of the release, all of the challenges, all of the everything. And the two words that really came forward for this solstice ceremony was honoring and commitment. Those were the two. So I really want you to be with those two words for a moment and see what comes up for you. Honoring and commitment. And so it's honoring yourself, honoring your journey, honoring those things that perhaps you have a hard time honoring. I know when we go through painful initiations, and what is an initiation, right? Is an experience that is designed by our higher self not by, someone who's trying to punish us. We're not being victimized, even though it can feel that way. Our own higher self created the curriculum of our school, of our earth training. And so these initiations are set up to help us break through into this next level of divine understanding, this next level of remembering, this next level of embodying our divinity. And these initiations often are painful or challenging. I don't think they need to be, but as a human, as as human beings, we're learning how do we walk through initiations with more ease, even with joy. And still, we're still in the old paradigm in some ways. So when you look back on this year and think of all of the initiations, right, those experiences that on the other side, you could see like, oh my gosh, that brought so much healing. I learned so much compassion. I released relationships that weren't serving me. I, released patterns and programming that have been keeping me enslaved for years, perhaps for lifetimes. And maybe you're not on the other side yet, but you've moved through a lot of it. And so that's what Mother Mary, as the high priestess, right, mentor that she is for us, was really bringing forward is how do we honor, not how do we honor, she was inviting that invitation, that reminder, honor the initiations. So as we step into this portal, there is that, right? There is that invitation for us to honor all of the initiations, particularly those that might have felt challenging, because those are the ones we tend to judge, right? We judge ourselves. We judge that we didn't have more grace through them, or that we got impatient, or that we had so much pain, or that we suffered, or whatever it is. So that's what was coming up, like a deep honoring. So when we step into ceremony, that's going to be one part of it, right? Like, how do we honor that? And the interesting thing is that we often want other people to honor it for us. We want, it's like a human need, right? That we want or we seek for others outside of us to validate, right? To understand. And although that's beautiful when it truly can happen, it's actually never enough, because we are actually looking for our own honoring of ourself. And so the next thing, right, was commitment. And so there's an invitation of committing. And I know that word can be perhaps triggering, or it can bring up, maybe times in your life where you committed to the things that really weren't honoring you. But we're in the solstice gateway here, in the solstice portal, right? This is like entering stillness, entering the depths of your soul, right? Entering like the dark womb of the Divine Mother. And so this is all about committing to yourself, some commitment that your divine self is inviting you to. Committing to ourselves can be one of the most courageous things. In fact, I think it is one of the most courageous things. We can commit to our children, we can commit to our clients, we can commit to causes that we believe in. But the ultimate commitment is committing to your own divine master within you, right? To your own divinity, to your own embodiment of that divinity, so that you can leave from that place. And so honoring and commitment. So I know Destiny is here, but I would love to know who else is here. If you want to share, I would love to see. And of course, I know that many of you will catch the replay. You can share that in the comments. Please know that I always read them. I know sometimes I don't get to respond, but I really take those in. And so, before moving forward, I want to remind you that tomorrow is my final class of the year, right? The Mother Mary Priestess Planetary Healing class. And the reason I'm sharing it is because Mother Mary was really like, okay, we go through the solstice, and then the next day, right, 12/22/22, like what an amazing number. I love numbers and I love numerology. And she's like, this is the day then now, as after we go through this solstice portal, where we can then activate the codes within us. And what does that mean, activating the light codes? And I know different people explain that differently, and I honor all those. I'm not saying mine is the way, but for me, what I mean when I'm creating this class is like that all of us came in with certain blueprints, certain templates, certain codes in your cellular memory of the new matrix, the new planetary template. What does that mean? So it means that within us are the codes for unity consciousness, right? Are the codes for compassion and unconditional love. And yet we need to do so much detoxification and purifying and clearing, not because we're sinners or we're bad, but because we're human and we live in this matrix. And I know the word matrix has been used so much that sometimes I want to explain, matrix in Spanish, I've said this many times, matriz means womb, right? And so we live within a matrix, a womb, a template, a blueprint that I really believe we know in our heart is meant to be woven and created, co-created through unity consciousness, unconditional love, compassion, all of those aspects of our divinity. And yet we are here in the human world and we recognize that the dominant matrix isn't that. So when Mother Mary says that tomorrow in this class, we're going to activate those light codes that you uniquely bring, that's what she's talking about, right? That's what that is about. So I want to invite you to that class, which is the final one of the year. It will be recorded. It's tomorrow at 1:00. It's $33. I'll put the link in the description in case that really calls to you. So I want to see Catherine. Thank you so much for joining from the UK. I'm so glad that you're here. And so let's step into this ceremony on the solstice. And I know that many of you are joining, as Catherine is, from different parts of the world. So the solstice will be at whatever time it is. And you're Sylvia, so good to see you. But here we are gathered together, right? And we're not limited by time. So together, and this is true if you're watching the replay as well, we can co-create this ceremonial space where we walk through the portal and step into a place of deep honoring. And you will ask your own higher self, you will ask your soul, what is it that you are being invited to commit to? And again, this isn't committing to something externally, this is a commitment to yourself. And your mind might have some chatter about that, like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. Or it might be like, oh, I don't want to commit to anything because then I feel pressure and all the things. That's just your mind offering you that. Commitment is a divine quality. That is our birthright. So when we step into ceremony, I invite you to let go of all of the mental things. I mean, you can observe them, they will be there. But we're stepping into the heart's temple, the heart's truths that never lead us astray. I also want to say this. When we're in ceremony, I invite you to release any pressure to receive clear answers right away. You will receive them. They will land in your heart. But for some of you, perhaps it won't be right in this moment. Maybe it will be after the transmission. Maybe it'll be when you're in the shower or you're taking a drive, or maybe you're going to do your own ceremony and then the full clarity will come, right? Or maybe when you're doing something as mundane as washing dishes. So I really want to say that so you don't put any pressure on yourself when we step into ceremony that, oh my gosh, I have to hear this message right now. At the same time, you very well might, right? We're co-creating this together. That's the power of ceremony, that together we can like amplify the resonance, become a bigger, more powerful antenna. And so I have a candle here that I'm going to burn. And I have these, like, I don't know if you can see, there's these rose petals of a novena that I did with Mother Mary years ago. And I swear it's like this bowl of petals keeps, like, It's like the fish, I guess, when ascended master Jesus just kept multiplying. It's like the petals keep multiplying. I have not run out of these petals. Some of you know, like it's been years that I've been like, here I have this bag of dried petals, and they just keep like breeding. So there's some more. So I'm going to turn on. And so this is, you can do, later if you don't, because I know I didn't mention bringing a candle, but you might have a candle. You might be guided to purchase a candle. You might want to dress your candle, which means like adding something special. Of course, practice candle safety. So I'm going to just turn this on. And just let's first of all connect to this beautiful sacred day. And activating that memory within us of how many lifetimes we've had where we have gathered together in this way. Whew, there's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of healing and clearing. Where we have gathered together as priestesses, as medicine women, as shaman, as, whatever, earth angels, whatever words you are guided to use. And so I invite all of us to take a few cleansing breaths. Oh my gosh, look at all the smoke. This never happens. Take some cleansing breaths and let yourself anchor into your heart. Let yourself anchor into your body. And let yourself really anchor into the earth wherever you are anchoring the light today. Whether you're here in the United States or somewhere else around the world, what a blessing that you're anchoring the light. And of course, connecting deeply to Mother Earth. So I invite you to visualize those roots of light going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep, deep into the earth. And your roots are going to go into the heart of Mother Earth, connecting with that energy of the solstice, this beautiful portal that comes back twice a year for us. And so as that happens, I invite you to just allow whatever release needs to happen. You don't have to control it. In fact, you can't control it. Just trust your soul to know what is needing release in this moment so that you can step into the solstice ceremony, the solstice portal. And as that happens, then breathing in, right, almost like the bottoms of your feet can breathe in. Just take in that beautiful earth energy that travels up your legs, up your back, up to the crown of your head. And you feel that connection to Mother Earth. You feel or just perceive her love, her unconditional love, her great support of your mission here on earth, her great support of all the love that you radiate to the people in your life and to the world. And so as that happens, then that beautiful earth energy blessing your body as it cascades over your third eye, your throat. And then we land in our heart. So bringing the palms of our hands right over our heart center. Shoulders relaxed. And just feel that tender touch. Feel the tenderness of your heart. How it has been tenderized these last days, weeks, months. All the ways that your heart has stretched and opened. and become ready to receive and to give more. And you can leave your hands there if that's helpful, or you can release, just leave your awareness in your heart. And if it feels comfortable for you, closing your eyes as you step into your heart's temple. So I invite you to visualize a beautiful candle lit in your heart. And in fact, visualize the flame. So there's this beautiful flame in your heart. And this flame is warm, but it is not burning you. It is powerful. It is strong. It is your holy flame. And this flame is woven with all of the initiations you've gone through this year, all of the healing, all of the love you've offered the world, all of the steps you've taken, all of the ways you've stepped outside of your comfort zone this year, all of the times that your heart felt tender or perhaps even broken, all of the joy, all of the celebration, all of the gratitude, all of that is part of this beautiful flame in your heart. And this flame now casts a light in front of you. And so that radiating out of your heart is a beautiful path. And so you see before you a path in a forest. There's a beautiful path, and the path is lit by these beautiful torches of flames. It is an evening sky. And so you're walking on this path very mindfully. There's no rushing, there's no urgency. You're walking on the path. And as you walk on the path, you're being led, you realize that you're led to a grove of trees. And at the center of this grove of trees is a beautiful golden tree. And so you walk to the center of this golden tree, the center of the grove with this golden tree, and you sit on the ground, your back to this tree trunk. Above you cascades this beautiful canopy of the tree, this golden leaves. And as you sit with your back to the tree trunk, you feel the trunk of this solstice tree bringing a gift of alignment. So just by leaning on this tree, your chakras, your energy centers are clearing, are aligning. And with this canopy of the leaves, the golden leaves, your crown chakra, right, this beautiful center at your crown is mirroring that canopy of the trees. And there's this opening at your crown. And as you sit here, you notice a beautiful being walking towards you. And you recognize that it is the beautiful Mother Mary, Ascended Master, Mother Mary. And she takes a seat in front of you. This Mother Mary is a yogi as well. And so she sits in that posture, that meditative pose in front of you. And as she does that, she brings this beautiful stillness, this beautiful depth, this unconditional love and compassion. And she invites you to welcome into your awareness what it is you're being guided to honor today in this solstice. What experience, what initiation, perhaps what loss or what gain, or both, you are being guided to honor. And so you ask your soul that question, what am I honoring today on this solstice? And whether you know yet or not, step into that energy of honoring it, honoring yourself with great love, great compassion, with great kindness towards yourself. And if you haven't honored yourself much in your life, this might feel very foreign. That's okay. Mother Mary is there. She's holding a pristine resonance because she honors you. So feel her honoring of your journey, of your path. There's no judgment. And so let's just be in silence for a few moments as you honor your life, your journey, yourself, and as you receive great honoring from this beautiful Ascended Master, Mother Mary. And perhaps you will be shown some memories or experiences that have happened that are coming to your awareness for honoring. Let your heart open to be honored. All that is needed is your willingness. I am willing to receive this deep honoring. And this golden tree, the leaves start to fall all around you and Mother Mary in a deep honoring and a deep blessing. And you might feel your guardian angels and other masters, ascended masters. You might feel your enlightened ancestors surrounding you, honoring your journey. Please know that only beings of unconditional love are welcome here. And so feel those golden leaves falling in great reverence of your path. And now Mother Mary stands and she points towards the distance where there is a beautiful golden door. And the invitation now is to ask your soul, what am I being guided to commit to as I cross this solstice threshold? What am I being guided to commit to? What on your path this month and in 2023? What's remaining of this year will be setting the foundation. What am I being guided to commit to? And you know that that is across that door. And you know that it will be a blessing to you and to the world. And you also understand that whatever it is, all of the support and the resources will be provided for you to honor this commitment. So let's be in silence for a few moments to receive that guidance. What am I committing to? What am I being guided to commit to in the new year? And so you stand and you walk towards the door, this beautiful golden door, shimmery and radiant. And you open the door and you receive a beautiful blessing of light to support this commitment. I'm hearing Mother Mary say, if there's any grief that you are still processing, that's okay. That is not a problem at all. It is safe for you to grieve. And if there's anything you have, any question you have for Mother Mary, or just anything you want support with from her, take a moment right now. Let's all take a moment to speak from our heart. Mother Mary, such an intimate and loving mentor. She knows you, and she loves you unconditionally. And if it feels good to receive an embrace from her, receive that. Mother Mary's never pushy, so if it feels right, or perhaps she just holds your hand, or she just radiates love from her heart to yours. And with one last look at this beautiful space, knowing that you can come back to it at any time, you walk back towards the path with the torches of light. You walk back into your heart's temple. You notice that beautiful flame in your heart, that it is even more beautiful and radiant now. You feel grace radiating from this flame. And we ask your soul, your higher self, to help integrate these activations, this healing across all 4 levels of your being: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, across all dimensions of time. And we bring the palms of our hands together and we bow to each other and our own heart. And we close this ceremony with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. And just stepping back into this more waking moment. If there's anything you want to share in the chat about that, please feel free to do so. It felt so beautiful and profound. And, you know, what Mother Mary showed me when I was standing in front of the door, it was like just this image of me crying, just kind of like sobbing, and she was just like patting my back. And it wasn't anything in particular. Like, it wasn't like this one thing. It was like an accumulation of this lifetime of all the, and I've processed it. It's not things I've repressed, but it's this like other layer of release. Like, oh my God, like it felt like she was just like, it's okay. Just like, let yourself cry. Let that happen. Don't go into like, well, why am I crying about that now? That was 10 years ago. Like, it's just like allowing myself to do that, this great purging. So I just share that with you in case that's something that comes up for you, just allowing that. And so, yeah, remember that this ceremony continues after we're done, right? It's like it'll continue, you'll continue to receive guidance. And as I said, I would love for you to, oh, thank you, Kim. I'm so glad that was such a great release for you. Yeah, Destiny. Isn't it interesting how we often don't realize we're grieving? And it's actually very liberating to acknowledge that, like, oh, I'm grieving. That's what's happening. It's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. I can grieve and I can always also have joy. So thank you. So remember tomorrow, the last class of the year, which is the Mother Mary Priestess Planetary Healing class. We will activate the light codes within us. There will be an activation of the medulla oblongata, which is right back in the back of your neck, right? This energy center that is really powerful and important. And Mother Mary has really been showing me how we need to clear that and activate it, right? So if you think of the saints, they always have this halo behind them, right? So that's what this is about, right? It's like activating that center. Why? Really, so that we can walk through the darkness and bring the light. That's what the Ascended Masters did. They didn't hide from it. They didn't stay. And, they were like Ascended Master Jesus said, be in the world, but not of it. What does that mean? We go through this matrix of pain and fear and division. We don't get sucked into it. We bring the light, not by making people wrong or judging them or all of that. That's like the opposite, right? But by anchoring the light. And so if this calls to your heart, I would love for you to join me. It's $33. It will be recorded if you can't attend live. You can go to my Facebook page or website, lisaespinosa.net, to register. I will also put the link at the description. So I'm going to pull a few cards. Oh, Catherine, I love that. Stepping into my future with immense, powerful, healing light. That's what I felt when that door opened and it was like, whoa, all this light. And I was like, oh, yeah, there is a lot being asked of us. And there's a lot of support and blessing to help us with that. Yes, I'm going to do a card. I don't know if I'll have a chance to pull a card for everyone, although I don't know how many people are here. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to, yeah. I'm just going to go in order. If you rather I not choose a card for you. Oh, Sylvia, I'm so glad to hear that. Please put no in the chat. There's no way for me to do this. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible while honoring also your sovereign choice. But I don't have a lot of time today. This is why I had it today at 10. And please know, Priestess transmissions will continue in 2023. This is the last one of the year. I'm taking 2 weeks to realign and be with my family and all of that. But we will be back in January. I will still be on Wednesdays. I think it will be back to the 2:30 time, but I will, sign up for my mailing list so you know. So that's every week, this free transmission that is so powerful as we co-create heaven on earth. That's what this is about. All right, here we go. So, let me just first pick a card for the group, for everyone watching here live and everyone watching the replay. Unicorns. Look at this. Stand in your power. Be passionate about your vision. Bring about positive change. All right, this is the card for everyone. Look at that. Stand in your power. Yes. All right. This is going to be like speed card, okay? I'm not know if we want to read it. Catherine, I'm just being guided to start with you. Shower of blessings. Open yourself to receive. Pay it forward. Sylvia. And please know these cards are, oh my gosh, you got the same one. Shower of blessings. Open yourself to receive. Pay it forward. I was going to say, there's a resonance in the group, right? Not just the people here live, but everyone watching. So all these messages really end up being for all of us. Destiny. Soul healing. Align with your essence. See your true colors. Kim. Oh my gosh. Soul healing. Align with your essence. See your true colors. Let me see if I'm missing anyone. These are the only names I see right now. Okay, Venus. Yes. And then we are done. All right, lovelies. Venus, here you go. Create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward. And I want to say this deck is by Diana Cooper. It's the Unicorn deck. All right, bye everyone. We are so in resonance. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your solstice. I hope to see you tomorrow and the last class of the year, Mother Mary Planetary. Activate your light code so that you can strengthen your illumination and be the light that brings light to the darkness, right? Be that strong light that affects the world, not the other way around. Right? Bye, everyone. Yes, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Right? Bye, everyone.